everything's still kind of... I feel like everybody is suspicious currently. I don't know, you kind of got to do like the anecdotal and kind of apply it on a broader scale. There was a migrant riot in Toronto a few days ago. Oh, there was that big... I haven't been in this city since Halloween. There was a big protest in the city about Trump's victory with like migrants protesting, which I don't know what that does. And then apparently there may or may not be a coup to take out Netanyahu from his own army. There's just so many... There's a lot of things happening, and it's very few things reported on it, and it does feel suspicious.
Feels crazy.
Call me a bit harsh, but you jump the border. Well, you lose a finger. It's, you know, at least stateside, if you just go into someone's house, it's a problem. Guaranteed finger gone. It wasn't migrants protesting, just Spanish immigrants, mostly legal. But I think just after one finger. They cutting off the food vouchers for the migrants. Shit's about to get spicy out here. Yeah, Adams, the day after the election, Adams said no more food vouchers and all this stuff for the migrants. Like, that's another thing that kind of it all feels like it's coming to a head. I don't know what is going to happen in the city with that. It makes it feel like there's going to be increasing... I don't want to say danger, but like a heightened sense of awareness and anxiety. And then on our end, Newsom is going in the opposite direction and saying he's going to make it so no one can be deported. We're not ending programs. We're welcoming more people. And the government can't tell me what to do. More or less. Here's the solution. No food vouchers. Grocery stores almost expired, ready to throw out food, free. I mean, that would be... What, they say beggars can't be choosers? There's a fucking limit for everything. Like, how much of a thing can you do before you get tired of it or you've had enough? Oh nah, it's not rumors. They got gangs. One gang is literally named after Times Square. They out here. And if they're not eating or got free phones, they'll do some shit. But grocery stores getting ready to chuck and eat at own risk. I mean, the problem with that, at least in the States, Kush, is if someone gets sick from eating it, they can sue the company. So that's why we stopped doing that out here. A long time ago, I worked at a restaurant, and we were going to donate all of this Thanksgiving food to these shelters. But in the odd chance the food was either mishandled along the way or someone got sick from it within 72 hours, they could sue us. So we couldn't do it. Expecting a free ride, then we pay the rides. Texans lose on the fucking last play of the fucking game. Damn, Chuck, I hope you didn't bet anything on it. It's terrible. Yeah, dude, the gangs in New York, like, it feels like it would be exaggerated, but I don't think it is.
I don't think it is either.
That's bad news.
Pretty bad news.
Yeah, I don't know where things are going to go, because what we got... Is it 69 days until inauguration?
Yeah, something like that, January 20th.
So we have, like, almost 2 months. A little over 2 months. Damn! Things are gonna get spicy. Yeah, and I think there was some... I saw some shit about the government talking about deporting Elon Musk. Or something.
That's hella crazy.
Those El Salvador gangs are free game for both Bloods and Crips. So that's been happening. Wouldn't it be weird if that was the thing that united U.S. gangs to get them to like work together and then have a common understanding afterwards.
The cops ain't fucking doing shit.
Well, what are the cops supposed to do? Like, again, I'm not like pro cop or against cop. I'm kind of like, cops are kind of gay, like whatever. I get it. Some are good, some aren't. But in a city like that city, how do you have enough police to police an area properly? You don't. And on top of that, they tend to not do it all that well. Like, you look at LA cops, they do not have a good track record. And I would assume it's probably the same in New York. Well, out here they beef with both colors. The Texans scored not 1 point in the second half after being up 16. Both colors beef with them. Well, this is kind of a situation where it's like, we may not like each other, but these guys are assholes and we want them out. Or gone. Gone would be a better word. I don't know. Well, let the fucking gangs in New York handle it. Fuck. No paperwork, right?
Yeah.
No political red tape, no police, no legislation or whatever. Let the gangs sort it out. And the cops just go, look, we're going to be over here. When we have to come deal with the remains of this situation, we'll be there. You guys got it handled. You know how you win in football, Chuck? You know how you win in football, Chuck? At the last minute, you switch the football out for a shot put ball. Nah, the situation is they not good with money. They run up a tab on both sides so they don't get protection from either side. Damn. See, but all the South American gangs coming up into the city, like, how much of that is connected to the cartel directly? Cartels directly. And I feel like it's widely accepted and known that the cartels work with the fucking government. So, like, how much of this is manifested via government intervention? Again, not to be too much of a schizo, but, you know, I mean, been proven these things fucking happen. I mean, the war on drugs was just like the start. I mean, don't get me wrong, drugs are bad, good, but, you know, I don't really know what the war on drugs accomplished.
Nothing.
No, we had to see that advertisement at the beginning of, like, every arcade cabinet, remember?
Yeah.
There was that blue seal thing. It's that too. But that's only really heavy in Queens. So if they don't got a situation out in Queens, and they're one of these knuckleheads doing shit in Midtown, they're free game. Dude, the code of conduct between all of it, or kind of like the rules of engagement, is wild. I just know that somehow it all benefits our government.
100%.
Why would they ever let something bad happen where they're not on the beneficial end of it?
They wouldn't.
Yeah. So this is your brewery?
What's that?
Is this your brewery?
I mean, I have a brewery happening.
Dope.
That's my brewery.
I like it.
The distillery.
This game really is. It does feel good. I will say, it has a nice feeling to it. Hold on, go back to Hank.
What?
Let me see Hank again. Look at you. Fuck, you're handsome.
I'm pretty good looking, right?
Yeah. It's not conduct. Queens is where all the non-Puerto Rican Dominicans are at. All the Mexicans, Salvadorians, etc. are out here in Queens. Shit. It must feel like... being out in the city right now, it must feel like a powder keg waiting to go off. Dominicans and Puerto Ricans is out of Manhattan and the Bronx. crushing.
Where's my new bed?
Complete the stay for 3+ guests in A24, and then build the 2x
level
levels.
2 bedrooms.
Yeah. So are you getting money every day? Does your bank account get hit with money?
Yeah, when my guests come and go.
So if you're cartel or cartel connected and not in Queens, you're not sanctioned like that. Dude. That is a lot to remember.
So lactic.
Yeah, it sounds like a powder keg.
Yeah.
Roommate will be back in about 15. Dope, Chuck. When he gets back, you should have like a nut out.
I'm just wondering if is his Afra coming home with him?
Can't take you anywhere. Yeah, it seems like every major city in the U.S. right now is kind of sitting on the same powder keg in one form or another. Oh god, we have like fucking 2.5 months. Holy shit. What is gonna happen?
Chaos.
Yeah, I can't even imagine what it's gonna be. Like, what's the worst they are? What is the worst they could do? And what's the worst they will do? Can you change your flooring or no?
No.
Oh. That sucks. You got a sweet motel, though. And is your restaurant operational?
Yeah, I mean, the guests just go in there. It's just to show me that in later game that I'm gonna have to feed these people.
Oh, so this is setting it up without managing it.
Yeah.
And then later you have to set it up and manage it.
Yeah.
Okay. I wish you could change the flooring.
I know.
Maybe in an update that'll happen. I'm still keeping an eye out on House Flipper 2. Apparently it's gotten a lot better, but not great. No one in Manhattan is worried about cartels or anything like that. As far as immigrant gangs go in Manhattan, it's just punk running around, kind of organized, but not really. Shit. Well, it's so many people in the city. So many things happen. I guess with all of it, it just takes one event to start a chain reaction, right?
Fired off, yeah. Fuck yeah.
I want my first play through something right now. I want to put my fist through something right now. Chuck, what the hell's going on?
He's mad.
Why are you pissed off, bro?
Chill, daddy-o.
That's cool, man. It's Sunday night. It's chill. It's a nice evening.
Say chill, daddy-o.
Chill, daddy-o. Does that make you happy?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to put your fist through your roommate? In your roommate? Is he into fisting?
Mercy me.
Have you gotten any parcels in the mail for him from Bad Dragon? I like the music.
It's groovy, huh?
Yeah, it's like it fits super well.
Pretty groovy.
Like a little upbeat, mid-tempo, nothing crazy. Got a little bit of funk to it. I like the instrumentation. Kind of like an old piano.
Getting the funk on.
Kind of like a guitar that sounds like it could be from Ike Turner. Remember, even if it's your house, you can't fist them without permission. But honestly, it ain't worth it over a game. Oh, you're pissed off about the football? Oh. I mean, that sucks, but they'll do better next time.
Chill, Chucky.
I don't know how to console with sports. My team lost the game. I mean, they win some, they lose some.
It don't matter.
It matters. Was it a good game overall, though? Like, did they do a good job? Was the game entertaining? I don't understand sports. I don't have like any kind of connection to sports in any way, so I don't know how to console. I'm sorry.
Joe will show you his wiener.
Do you want me to send you a picture of a Polaroid of my butthole? Fruit bowl or just butthole? It's a tale of two halves. Sorry for your loss, Chuckster. Yeah, it's a bummer, man. I mean, they crushed it in the first half and fumbled in the second half. Sounds like the Chargers. I think historically they have a record of like really coming out strong and then not finishing strong. I feel like I think they used to call them the chokers. They got a constant case of the yips. They're really nice looking rooms. Like, I would pay to stay in one of these.
That's the goal.
Minus the floor. Can you put rugs down?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I like that it's a snap grid for placement.
Yeah.
That looks nice. How do you know that this room needs more decor?
Well, I got the new bed. You see my bed?
Yeah, it's a nice looking bed.
So that means that I have to, like, shift shit around.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm just doing that.
There's 3 racehorses. 1 on speed, 1 on adrenaline, and 1 on yayo. Which horse you betting on? Probably the 1 on speed, but it's going to be his last race. I think normally when you give a horse amphetamines, their hearts explode. That's what happens with people. So, pretty sure. Also, conversation we were having earlier, I feel like Nicolas Cage needs to be in more movies portraying famous people. So if you had to pick a movie about a famous person in history and Nicolas Cage is going to play him, who is he playing in that movie? What do you think?
I mean, I think he's completely cut out to be George Washington.
I could see him as a George Washington. I feel like, I think we could get like a Benjamin Franklin biopic with Nicolas Cage and he would like actually put on weight for it. Maybe like a new version of like Jesus Christ Superstar, and we can have a musical singing Nicolas Cage dressed up like Jesus.
I'm fucking here for it.
I feel like that's like his... I don't know why I'm thinking Abe Lincoln. And he would like trying to get into character, but there's like really not many recordings. I think there's 1 or 2 recordings of him speaking.
Of Abe?
Yeah. Like Wax Cylinder. I'm trying to think of a good one. I feel like he could pull up Dick Cheney. Nicolas Cage as Dick Cheney.
It's much too much.
Bam! Rodney Dangerfield. It would be so awkward watching him do his best Rodney Dangerfield for 2 hours.
Disgusting.
That's a good one. 1 hour photo. 1 hour photo was great.
Who said Rodney Dangerfield?
Fucking Todd.
Damn it, Todd.
It's a good one. Him remaking 1 hour photo with Nick Cage. I mean, the one thing you can say about him is he does play crazy incredibly well. Like in... Fuck, what was that movie? Mandy?
Oh.
If you want to see a weird-ass movie of Nicolas Cage, watch Mandy. But set aside 3 hours, because it's more or less 2 movies in one. So instead of having, like, Act 1 and Act 2, it's like Act 1 is a movie and Act 2 is a movie, and they just put them together. I kind of want to go back and watch it. Maybe my opinion of it has changed. It was memorable, so I can't say it was forgettable. It wasn't. Lord of War's Fire, Nick Cage, underrated. I did like Lord of War. Some of his movie, like, what was it? Was it White Oleander? Where he plays, like, 2 people. I think it was White Oleander.
He's a fucking lunatic.
He got that look that makes you laugh without the punchlines, puts him ahead of the game. I mean, he makes some weird movies, but you can actually say that they're all memorable, maybe for the wrong reasons. But, like, there's nothing worse than a forgettable movie. Like, you watch a movie and then you never talk about it, you never think about it, and years go by and you're like, oh shit, I've seen this. Like, it's such an insult to the viewer to make a forgettable movie. And you can say, when you've seen a Nick Cage movie, you normally don't forget. He made a movie years ago, Family Man. Family Man. I don't know if I saw that one, but I do remember it. Remember the commercials or the ads for it? There's that one that Necro's talking about where, like, he has to find some girl, otherwise his testicles explode. He ends up being in weird movies. He woke up one day and he was living a different life. That's right, they used the Talking Heads song. I think it was Talking Heads for the trailer and the commercials. Yeah, just like alternate reality. Maybe we'll have to watch that. I think, so we've been doing Shyamalan Nights, where we've been watching different M. Night movies. What was the one that we watched that was actually good?
From M. Night?
Yeah, you were like, damn, is this actually good? The one with the Watchers?
Oh, weird, it was good.
It was kind of good. You gotta make people... You gotta make people of faux Nick Cage, though. You can't really have him play people that already exist. I don't know. I feel like with method act, like some people can pull off the method acting of playing another person that's alive. Like Jared Leto did a movie where he was the guy who shot John Lennon, and that he was actually pretty good in that. Nick Cage would be good as a car salesman who runs for president or some wild shit like that. His first life was like Pinnacle Rich, Pent Life Rich, no kids, smoking miss, no other. And other life was like a poor tire shop dating Meg Ryan, I think. I just like how insane he is.
He is fucking insane.
And in the interviews I've seen with directors talking about working with him, they're like, we did not know he was going to do that, and we just kept rolling. Like with Mandy, the director was like, we want you to be kind of crazy and unhinged, all these bad things happen, so do that. And then they filmed for, I think it was like 15 minutes, and they used a 2-minute scene, and it's just him going crazy. Nick would be good in a millionaire goes broke situation. Yeah. He does that Nick Cage thing that regardless of if the movie's good or not, or people think he's a good actor or not, you talk about it, which is like, that's winning. And I feel like he's not a good actor, but he thinks he is. And everybody kind of lets him run with him. You gotta give him room to go crazy. Did you see him in Renfield? No. There was, what, I think it was on, wasn't it HBO's like showing, you should watch Renfield?
Yes.
Is it worth watching? We haven't had some new Cage in a while. 365 Days in the Cage, am I right?
365 Days in the Cage.
It's better than Shyamalan Nights. Watch it at least once. Okay, then. We'll fucking watch it. We've been watching movies at night instead of serieses. What was it? M. Night? Let's see what movie that was. M. Night Shyamalan. Shyamalan Nights. The Watchers. It was just called The Watchers. It was pretty good. Surprisingly. Kato Lake was kind of trash. God, he's made a lot of bad movies. He's made a lot of bad movies. Let's just see how many bad movies. Filmography. So this is director. Unbreakable was so boring. Signs was eh. The Village was really bad. Lady in the Water was bad. I liked The Happening, but it wasn't good. That's right, he did The Last Airbender, which I think tanked. After Earth, The Visit was really weird, too. Split was supposed to be good. I haven't seen it. Old is just terrible. And that last one, Trap, was just pig shit.
Pig shit?
Just absolute pig shit. Like, you gotta give M. Night credit. He made a very long career off of making movies, not based off the movie, but based off, how can we make this a twist?
Homie is a grifter.
Yeah, he is. I don't know how... Dude, I wish I was smart enough to make my career off something as contrived as just putting a weird twist at the end of a movie. Dude, if I could do that, I would be...
You'd be M. Night Shyamalan.
I'd probably be here, but I wouldn't have, like, a job. I'd just be, like, I don't need to work. I'm the guy that does that thing that everybody sees coming a mile away, and people still go see it. Like, I think maybe my least... Lady in the Lake, or Lady in the Water was terrible and totally forgettable, except Paul Giamatti was in it. The Village, I think I've seen that more times than I should have. That movie fucking sucks. Have you seen it? Holy shit, it's bad. Maybe one of his least... No. The twist in it is memorable because of how bad it is. And I'm not going to spoil it because we're going to have to watch it. If you haven't seen it, we'll watch it. He just... It's like he thinks of a random twist and then writes backwards. Like, okay, so the twist is, turns out at the end, he wasn't a dentist after all. So how do we get there? That's how he works. Or like, at the end of the movie, he finds out he's crazy and it really isn't his house. So how do we get there? That's how he writes movies, I'm assuming. The twist in that movie with the people turning young on the beach was kind of wild. It was, but like there's certain elements